Hi guys, welcome back to another mobility flow. Today we are going to start in a standing position. We're going to let our arms come up overhead, interlace our fingertips, and press your palms towards the ceiling. You're going to inhale deeply, let your shoulders come up. Exhale, bring your shoulders down. Inhale, let your shoulders come up. And exhale, release that grip and hinge forward into a forward fold. You're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let your chest come down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, come back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Push back against those shins, flatten that back. Exhale, let it go. You're going to interlace your fingers again, and we're going to extend those arms back behind us and try and loosen up that upper body. You can sway side to side here. Whatever feels right for you. You want to try and get your arms down and back behind you. And release that halfway lift. And exhale, come back down to forward fold. You're going to slowly inhale, let yourself come all the way up. And we're going to do a couple shoulder rolls. So we're going to go backwards, rolling those shoulders down and back, and then bringing those arms in for those big shoulder rotations. Again, we're putting those arms back and around. Next, we're going to go forwards. We're going to shrug the shoulders up, bring them forward and back. We're going to add those big arms in, big inhales and exhales here. Really focus on that breath and becoming mindful and aware of your breathing patterns. Next, you're going to walk your hands out into downward facing dog, and we're going to do some static single leg hamstring pedal outs. So we're going to pedal the feet, but we're going to hold it a little bit longer than we normally do here. So inhale, extend, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale. Again, bringing that awareness to the breath, inhaling and exhaling as we pedal out those feet. Push back into your hips here, and you're going to do a three-legged dog. So right leg comes up to the sky, and we're focusing on just opening up that hip. So the right leg is going to swing over to the left, and we're going to open up and twist here. Inhaling and exhaling, bring that leg back down. Again, pedal out the feet, reset. And the opposite leg is going to come up, extend, stabilize through. Don't let your arms collapse on you here. And let that leg come over to the right side of the body. Inhaling and exhaling, you should feel a nice side body stretch here. Coming back to center now, we're going to pedal out those feet, pushing back into the hands. And again, keeping those arms nice and extended and long. Hold that downward dog position. And then we're going to thread that right leg through into a pigeon stretch. So today we're going to start nice and tall in that pigeon stretch. You can use your hands here as a support. We're just going to work on just breathing through. We're going to hold this pose for about 2 minutes on each side. You can play around with your wrist position. And we're going to try and take the hands away and just keep that weight on the hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting that chest stay tall. We're going to bring those hands back down. And we're going to come onto our forearms here. You can bring your head to the ground. Try and put as much weight on that front leg as possible. Inhaling and exhaling here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Don't mind me just checking the time to make sure I'm not making you guys stay in it too long. letting your thoughts just come and go, not really staying stuck on any thinking pattern, just using this time as a moving meditation. So focusing on that breath, tuning into your body, and becoming aware of your muscles and the tightness that needs to be let go of here. With every inhale and exhale, you're feeling yourself get a little looser and a little less tight. We're going to work our way back up to a upright pigeon pose, and we're going to do some cat-cows in this position. So we're going to tuck the pelvis and let it go. So we're going to inhale, push back, exhale, let the belly fall. Inhale, push back into that cat, exhale, let the belly fall. Once we do that, we're going to untuck that toe, let that leg come up, shake out that hip, do a couple of kickbacks in that downward dog, bringing that leg up and over. Next, we're going to come into a runner's lunge to start, and then you're going to drop that back knee, and you're actually going to open up that back leg into a frog position. So you're going to keep that runner's lunge on the front leg, and then you're going to let that hip go into that 90-degree angle and come down onto your forearms. This is a really intense stretch, and it's really good for your hips. If this is a little too much for you though, feel free to stay in just that runner's lunge. You want to try and shift your weight into the center here and really feel into both hips. They're in different positions. They're getting different benefits from this. So just really allow your body to relax and breathe here. You can make adjustments if you need to. Again, we're focusing on those big inhales and exhales. We're coming back to center here. Oh, just kidding. I just got too hot. So we're just still in this is called a fraggin. So it's a frog dragon position. We're going to come back to that runner's lunge, straighten out that back leg, and dip and drive that inside elbow. So let that back knee come back down, dip that elbow, and reach up for 5 on each side. We're going to come back to center here and let that knee be in the center, hand on either side of the leg. And we're really pushing that knee to go over the toe as much as you can. We're going to extend that front leg and give a nice hamstring stretch to that right side of the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Point and flex that front toe. I'm wearing toe spacers right now. So if you see me messing with my toes or you see any black things on my feet, that's what they are. We're going to straighten out that back leg, push back into downward dog, pedal out those feet, resetting and shaking out the work we just did. So we're going to let that left leg come up now, nice and tall. Stabilize through, straighten the arms. Push back and bring that leg forward into that pigeon pose. Nice and tight on that left side today, so this is going to look a little different than it did on the right. If you find that one side is a little tighter than the other, that's totally normal. It's something that we just want to be aware of and try and give some extra love to the side that is just always just seems to be a little tighter. We're going to let those hands come up in that really strong, upright, unsupported pigeon. And let those hands come back down. Come down onto those arms, onto those forearms, and we're going to slowly work our way to trying to get that head on the ground. Again, we're just letting those thoughts come and go as we inhale and exhale, giving our body the reset it needs. We're going to come up onto those hands and we're going to do those cat cows again. So we're going to arch through the pelvis and then let the pelvis come forward. Isolating that pelvic tilt here, just bringing some new movement to this pose. You're going to let that back leg straighten up. Inhale, let that leg come back towards the sky. And we're going to thread it back through for that runner's lunge. So you'll be able to see on this side what I mean about that 90-degree angle and how we pivot that back foot to get us into that frag in position. We're going to come down onto our forearms here and just breathe. Try not to let that forward knee collapse inward. You want to try and drive that knee out, creating as much space between the knees as possible. I think I've checked the time quite a few times on this side, so try to just sink into this. Let the thoughts go of when will this be over? This really hurts. Just breathe here. All right, we get to release out of that now, and we're going to just sit in that runner's lunge with each hand on either side, inch our way into the center here, and dip that elbow for 5 rotations. 2, dip the elbow for 3, 4. I'm letting my gaze follow that hand up and over, resetting to the center here, bringing that knee back into the inside of both hands and coming forward into that high runner's lunge. Inhaling and exhaling here. Again, I'm trying to push my knee over my front toe. It's not happening too much on this side, but if you're a little bit more mobile than me, it might for you. So now we're going to extend that front leg, sink back into the back leg, and really isolate that hamstring. Breathing here, we're here for 1 minute. Inhale, exhale. Notice how when you inhale, how many counts that is, and if you can, extend your exhale by 1 to 2 counts. So if you inhale for 3, exhale for 4. When we lengthen our exhales, we also lower our stress levels. So if we lengthen our exhales to be longer than our inhales, we will drastically improve our stress levels in just a few breaths. We're going to come forward again, straighten that back leg, and send that leg back towards the sky. Pedal out those feet, reset. We're going to come into a plank position now. We're going to slowly lower our body to the ground, untuck the toes, and come up into that cobra position. Nice, proud, tall chest here. We're going to lower back down to the ground now. Lift the hands and do the same thing. So when we lift our hands off the ground, we're actually squeezing our shoulder blades together. So you want to think about rolling those shoulders down and back, and then pushing up off the ground. Again, nice big inhale and an even longer exhale. Now let those arms come out into a cross, and we're gonna do that prone twist. This will give you some nice back pops here. Always cracks my back and it feels so good. I hope you guys get the same benefit here. Inhaling and exhaling. We're gonna bring that leg back to center. Wiggle out the hips. Raise that right leg up and bring it over to the left side here. Breathing in and breathing out. Back to center here. Shake it out. Bring both feet together. Grab your hands and see if you can do a little bit of a, I don't even know what to call this. You're gonna lift your chest, lift your legs, and really open up that front of your upper body and your lower back here. This feels so good. If you're not there yet, just do your best to lift and lower your legs at the same time. So you can have your legs straight and your arms straight. You just want to make that effort. Just a couple of them. We're going to place the hands on the back of our head and interlace the fingertips, and we're going to lift and lower our elbows like we have wings. Now we're going to plant the hands, push back, feet come together for a nice deep child's pose here. We're going to lift that right arm and thread it over to the left side. The left arm is going to work its way over to the right side, and we're going to give that nice side body stretch here. Again, big inhale, even longer exhale. In for 3, exhale for 4. Back to center here, and we're going to walk our hands over to that left side. So we're going to really feel into that right side body stretch here. Again, big inhales, even longer exhales. Nice job, guys. We'll come back to center here. Lift that left arm and thread it through. And work that right arm that's straight over to the left side as much as you can. Breathing in and breathing out. And we're going to walk our hands over to that right side and open up that left side of the body. If you've made it this far in the video, I just want to say great job on taking this time to recover and make sure that your long-term health and movement is just as important as these workouts we do. We're going to come into a tabletop position here, and we're going to do those cat-cows, guys. So we're going to inhale, draw the belly in, exhale, let the belly go. Inhale, draw the belly in, side to side rocks here. Exhale, let that belly fall. Can do some hip rolls. We're going to come up onto our feet now, and we're going to end with some deep Cossack lunges. So we're going to go to the side, left arm comes to the right foot, and we twist. We're going to do it on the opposite side here and twist. Do 10 of these total. My phone cut out on me, so you're not going to see a nice exit outro here, but I want to again thank you guys for showing up, and I can't wait to share the next mobility video with you guys. Inhale and exhale. Remember your breath. Express gratitude for that body, and I'll see you on the next one.